difference between the NDC President John Dramani Mahama when he was in office. The economy was rated B-, which is stable, not by the NDC but by the international community. Today, our economy is in junk status. Again, this same economy, when we were in office, the debt to GDP ratio was 56%. MPP said we didn't know how to govern. Today, the debt to GDP ratio went up to 104%, which is unprecedented. Our cumulative debt was 126 billion Ghana cedis. That is from Nkrumah all the way to JM. JM borrowed 54 billion. We have all kinds of projects to show. Today, our cumulative debt is 757 billion. The MPP has 651 billion with nothing to show for it. So every single sector of the economy is in a mess. They made all kinds of promises they've not been able to fulfill. How can we trust Bawuya? So we cannot trust them. The city was disaster. We cannot entrust the destiny of this country into the hands of these people. Look at corruption, look at the impunity, look at the disrespect, look at the arrogance, look at the clearing agents. We will not risk giving this country to It's a poodle. He hasn't got leadership qualities. He hasn't got the capacity to lead. Therefore, we cannot risk handing over this country to him.
Very well. I'm grateful. But let's zoom in onto the Volta region, because you focus much more on the Volta region as well. How ready is the Volta region for the NDC and also going into the elections on Saturday?
Oh, I don't think we focus the because our base, that's our World Bank. But in this election, we have not focused only on Volta region. We have focused on all the regions, but we have paid particular attention to the Volta region because they are dear to us. That we have also focused on all the other sister regions, even in the Ashanti region. And see the results that will come from there.
People decided not to just vote at all.
They are going through all the hardship. Look at the disrespect. Look at the things that about the people of Volta region. That if they approve money for them, he will mobilize the people of Menchia and go on a demonstration. And this one wants to fight president. Look at the president. They don't vote for him, so he didn't even come. He didn't show any sympathy towards the people doing the trial. So the decision that the NDC is a sure bet. Under the NDC, there was development, there was peace, there was respect. And the MPP, they are treated with contempt, and so they are not going to give it.
Been released to go towards the various border towns. We saw that in 2016, we saw that in 2020, and that also, intimidated the people of the Volta region, and they failed to come out in their numbers. What measures have been put in? Finally, before we cross over quickly, all right, we need to go today. Maybe your final words in 30 seconds. In 30 seconds.
The victory of the NDC is coming, but it will take the vigilance of all of us. So, come 7 December, vote early. When you vote, remain there. Once the people are and the people are determined for change, there is no man, no woman, no devil that can stop it.
Honorable, thank you so much for speaking to us.
Thank you.
We wish you all the best as well. Well, so I'm going to Marie Amwaku Buedu. She's a political activist from the UK. How are you?
I'm doing great. Yourself?
President of the Republic.
It doesn't mean anything. We have to do what is right as a nation. And what is right is that we have to. When they were coming in 2007, when President Akufo-Addo introduced Dr. Bawumia to Ghana, he told us that Ghana's economy was down. In 2016, they lied on President Mahama. At the time, they were lying. Government.
We're hit by exogenous factors.
No,
COVID-19,
well, the whole
Ukraine, Russia war.
The general public in the United Kingdom did not buy that excuse. Why? Because time had elapsed, time had moved, and if you have what and Dr. Bawumia knew how to revive Ghana's economy, what they didn't dead people alive. So several years later, if Ghana's Akufo-Addo told us that he was going to put his presidency on the line. He couldn't handle Galamsey. It turns out now that his own appointees are very heavily involved in Galamsey. Several issues to look at, and which the coin we have the government. We're looking at very high, colossal losses, financial losses to the state. One of them being the National Cathedral. Who is going to recover those monies for us? So as far as I'm concerned, this election is about holding Akufo-Addo, my blood uncle, his vice president, about holding them accountable. Not just them, but also the group of people I call the Chebi Mafia, i.e. Gabi Otrida. Is about accountability.
One will also make the argument that, look, President Akufo-Addo will exit power,
yeah,
but there is a two-face who happens to be the vice.
Yeah. Part of the Chebi cartel. He is part of the problem. Now, a classic example is the United States of America. Kamala Harris recently lost an election. So we really cannot say that Dr. Bawumia was not part of this problem. We can't detach him from the problem. He's really embedded in it. Remember, he was the head of the economic management team. So Dr. Bawumia has to go. And if you recall, President Akufo-Addo, candidate Akufo-Addo at the time, said something very similar to President Akufo, that if he was exiting, he should exit with everybody. That's the time we are in now. He needs to go, and he needs to go with Dr. Bawumia.
If you are rating Dr. Bawumia and his boss Akufo-Addo on a scale of 0 to 10, what are you?
They failed. They failed? Yes, they failed. Because as we're speaking now, Ghana's economy is in junk status, and our cedi is the third worst depreciating currency on the continent of Africa. They have failed. And
so they should go.
They need to go.
You want them to go?
They're gone.
They are gone?
They're already gone.
What makes you believe that they are gone?
What makes me believe is that I arrived in Ghana 2 months ago.
2 weeks ago.
2 months.
2 months, okay.
I've been here for 2 months. And the atmosphere, you can tell from the atmosphere, Ghanaians are yearning for change. And let me quote Honorable Kennedy Japan, just to paraphrase. Honorable Kennedy Japan, who is an astute, a very core member of the New Patriotic Party, says Ghanaians don't need change. It is change that is calling Ghanaians, and we're ready for change. So God willing, on Saturday, change is going to happen. And you can tell from the atmosphere here, change is going to happen. President John Dramani Mahama is here, and he's here to stay. He's here to reset Ghana and to revive Ghana's economy and put the nation back on the right trajectory.
I'll ask you about some of the key policy proposals being captured by the NDC in their manifesto that interest you, and you think that it will work well for Ghana if indeed the NDC wins power.
The 24-hour economy is a game changer.
Is it?
It is a game changer, because where I'm coming from in the UK, we operate a 24-hour economy. And if you look at the high unemployment in the country, just last year, Ghana Statistical Service told us that 1.3 more million Ghanaians had been added to the unemployment rate. Over 800,000 more Ghanaians are now living below the poverty line. Whichever way you look at it, we need employment. We need to put the youth to work. We have a teeming youth in Ghana, energetic youth in Ghana, majority of whom are unemployed. It is totally unacceptable. So the is a game changer. We can't wait to see it in effect and see how it's going to resolve some of the unemployment issues. And then, of course, the Mahama Cares. Our healthcare system in Ghana is very poor, so we definitely need the Mahama Cares. There are several Ghanaians now coming up with kidney problems.
Pretty surely. Thank you so much for speaking to us as well. So there you had Mary Amwako Buedu, who is a political activist from the UK, and she is a niece to President
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Bigger question here. Thank you very much.